Welcome back to a brand new max settings. Now, today we're playing Pragmata, motherfuckers. NVIDIA told us to say that. I'm Leo Vader. Kyle Hilliard is here.
That was the subtitle that at some point in development they removed, I think, for the game from Capcom.
Yeah,
but
well,
you know what? I think
better.
it's just one word. Drop the motherfuckers. It's cleaner, as I think we'll have
We
a
don't
conversation.
have to censor it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So every stream's supposed to start with a new game, so we're gonna go back to the title screen, but that was just to be on some like electrifying gameplay to get you hooked. But now we're gonna start from the very beginning.
Who's this guy?
Yeah.
I do like this title screen. When they're sitting in front of the clouds, where Ryan Gosling hung out on his spaceship in that one movie, Project Hail Mary. There we go.
I know it well. 4 stars I gave it.
Good movie. I liked it.
Me too.
So Leo, this is you starting Pragmata. Have you played much at all, or
Not anything.
not anything? Okay, cool.
But you beat it, and did you review it or just loved it?
I did not review it. Matt Miller at Game Informer reviewed it. I beat it for fun and just had a great time with it. I I really liked it a lot, and I still, to this day, still really like it a lot.
That's amazing.
Papa 1, 2, 9 or 4
Happy
alpha,
ending.
over.
Yeah, man, I'm just like really into
research
just
vessel
space
Eurotas.
stuff, science
Edith, do
fiction
you
stuff
copy?
right now. I have been for like the last year or two. Like I want to get off this planet. I think is the subtle thing
Still no
that's happening in my brain.
response from the base
But
AI?
Sure.
Guess the reports were right. Okay, no AI, no auto landing. We're going in manually.
I think
You got it.
I have to look at it, but
Just hold
like
on to your
a
lunch.
big.
Bring it in,
I
you.
don't think it's a spoiler to note that
Sit
like
and
the
control
sort of
your
the
way.
villain of
Roger.
this game is like corporate AI,
Switching to manual
basically,
control.
right?
What else is new?
Which is like a very an increasingly popular
Starting
villain,
LSTV
but not
check.
necessarily like a new idea.
Lights.
But I
lights
think
on.
Capcom in particular, I feel like has been leaning on it a lot, like for
Lighting
a
strips.
long time. And I'd have to like look
Yeah,
into
great.
it and like really make a list. But it's
Thrusters
like
and
this, PNO 3,
Operational.
that Exo Primal, is that what it was
Clear for
called? The
landing.
one, the
Yeah.
dinosaur one reason? That was like another villainous
Scintillating
AI.
Anti-AI message.
Yeah, and then I'm sure Resident Evil. I know the movies had an AI in it, but I'm sure the games do too. I don't have to think through it.
Man.
But Capcom loves
Can't
beating
believe
up
that
on
you just
AI,
made
as they
something
should,
that big.
frankly.
Okay.
That's Luna
Well, maybe
film for you.
they'll make an exception for
Applications are practically endless.
DLSS 5.
You can create almost anything as long as you have a blueprint.
This game does look good. I think I like it's a good looking game, but it's just like technically
Nice
and
if they
sort
could
of
pick up someone to answer our
art
call,
art
but-
direction as well. They got them both. They did them
flew all
both.
the
They
way
put
out
both
here
on the
to clean up their
checklist and
mess.
they marked them off.
Least they could do is meet us in person.
Honestly, sometimes
Well,
I
then,
do
let's get in
need
there,
to
scope it
sort
out.
some tech stuff out with
Well,
max
that's
settings
waiting.
to like make sure it's streaming best possible resolution recording. You know, streaming a game running at best settings is extra complicated on top of just playing it at the max settings. But
Yeah.
Capcom with the RE engine off of Requiem, the last episode we did, like both of them are just set it and forget it. They've been no problem. They're so well optimized.
Yeah. I was thinking recently of like what are the best like current gen games? Like what are the games where it like feels like, I mean, I know we're playing this on PC at highest settings and stuff like that, but like, you know, on PC or like PlayStation 5 or whatever, like what are the games like of this generation that have
Listen
been
up.
like, oh, I'm
Batteries on,
playing
everyone.
a
And
current
don't forget
generation
to sink
game,
in.
you know? And I think yeah, like Resident Evil Requiem I think is up there on that list,
Comms check.
along with like Death Stranding
good?
2.
Yep. No
Yeah, I
problems.
know what you mean for sure.
Loud and clear.
Channels online. Okay, let's move out.
Now, Leo, you really gotta like connect to these other 4 characters. Like that's Hugh. You know, Hugh's the protagonist. Like you'll connect with him.
Everything all right?
No
But those
problem.
other 3 guys, make sure you log them and you know who they are.
Grav sinks aren't working.
Okay, one of them has a different helmet than the others. One's got a yellow thing on the shoulder.
Roboy asks, "Are they also dads?" You know, I don't know. I
Watch your
don't.
step.
I don't think so. Maybe that betrays my
Okay,
joke that I'm
come
making
on.
here.
Just give me a moment here.
That one's got character.
Where's our welcome
Yeah,
party?
he's stairs
I
guy.
can't believe I missed my daughter's birthday for this.
Oh, look at that. He is a dad. He missed his daughter's birthday.
Hey.
Sounds rough. Nah. I
wouldn't trade it for a thing.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, no one was asking you to.
It certainly is a established trope at this point, the AAA story game
Welcome to the Cradle.
where you're the father figure.
Initiating environmental optimization.
Do you feel like
sequence.
Pragmata does anything new
Please
with that?
stand by.
Or just does it well?
Yes. Yeah, it does it well. I mean, in the sense of like, I think, gosh, something like Kotaku. I'm sorry, I wish I could cite it, and I haven't read the full article yet. But they sort of called it like a game where you're a dad who likes being a dad. Where it's like most of the time you're kind of a parent or a dad like fighting against the idea of being a dad and learning to appreciate it over the course of the game. You know?
Yeah, right.
But this is pretty quickly. Hugh is just kind of like, all right, I'm gonna take care of this little robot girl. He's also like not literally a dad, which is kind of odd. Like, you know.
Not gonna lie.
Sure, yeah.
He's a dad in the sense that like Aiko is a dad, I guess, because you know he's just like taking care of a person that he found in a weird place. But I don't know. It's just their dynamic just seems very father-daughter for sure.
Hey, Nikki, fill us in.
I see someone didn't do their homework.
I'll leave the studying to you, Ken. I'm going on ahead.
All right, now you're in control. I think.
It's not just
This
any
is it.
3D printer. It's called a limb replicator. Now, what do you
I
want to
can
know?
do whatever I like.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let's say
You see it, you can go there with
I
limitations,
heard this stuff
Right.
that makes breaks
like
easy.
a giant glass
So,
wall, for example.
It seems crazy they're
Can
printing
you
something that big.
dash
You're
already,
right.
or do you have
Limb
to like
products
get
tend
that?
to
You
be
get
on
that
the delicate
later.
side, but it's
Let's
just
get that
cheaper
later,
to
I guess.
rebuild something than to improve
None
its
of my
quality.
buttons are doing it.
Wait.
Okay, so yeah, they probably just
Saying
haven't.
this
They got
place
to
could
tutorialize it.
collapse at any second.
Come
It's a good
on,
game for
man.
like
You know
Hugh
better
is
than
a
that.
pretty
They wouldn't skip on
bulky,
safety standards.
weighty.
You
Well,
said
I guess
yourself.
weighty's the wrong word.
It's cheaper to rebuild.
Hugh is like a large
Let me
character in like
clarify.
what
Buildings
would
are made
should
with a
feel kind of like
specialized replicator.
slow and
And
bulky.
that means
But one of the things I
exactly?
like about Pragmata is like,
filament is
despite
combined
his
with other
size, and
materials.
you're
Stability is
ultimately
improved
literally
with
controlling
cost and
two
complexity.
characters,
So
you know, with
it's a model
Hugh
that
and then
only handles
Diana
construction.
on your back. Like
Bingo.
it's a very like
Any other questions?
punchy action game that feels
so.
good, and he can move very quickly and
As
jump
tricky as that
high
fun.
and dash and
Oh.
stuff.
So maybe you can explain it.
Is
next
that
time.
explained by a powered exoskeleton?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
I do
the-
love those.
Yeah, he's got the yellow things on his feet.
Wouldn't it be fun to go to the gym with a powered exoskeleton and just be juggling with barbells and stuff?
That'd be great. Can we do that yet? They do have like power suits, like right? That's like a thing, right?
Yes,
Like I've seen like leg braces, like or you know like
Yeah.
prototype technology and stuff, but I mean they're not like I can't go on Amazon and buy it. I
Terminals
don't
up
think.
ahead. Time to test out your thrusters.
But it sure seems
Oh,
when we
okay.
saw them in Aliens, it sure seemed like we could already basically do that. If you can make it for
Yeah.
a movie.
Oh, there you go. Now you got your thrusters on. Now
You
things
can
are
climb
happening.
the cargo to get up here.
No stairs?
That's a cute little hover.
Really?
Construction.
That's a manly hover, Leo. Come on.
Still underway.
That's befitting
Yeah,
of a
so-
father.
Luna filament is like the unobtainium, right? The astrophage of the
You.
Pragmata universe.
Over here.
Uh-huh.
Where it's
Sir.
like, you know, the thing that exists outside of Earth that's very powerful, you know?
You gotta have one.
Yeah.
Made all my jumps, that's a good sign
What a mess.
for the controls.
Not exactly a
yeah,
popular
yeah.
hangout, is it?
Force walk, cinematic coming up.
But does it slow you down?
Mhm.
No more sprinting for you. You gotta pay
What's
attention.
this rubble doing here?
It's time to get serious.
We're gonna need some backup.
He's telling you to back up by walking into you.
Requiem I liked overall, but I could not believe we were still doing the like cinematic character is hurt, walking slow kind of gameplay scene. We feel many generations into doing that now.
You like it? I don't mind it. Slow me down a little bit to tell me a little story, I guess.
Please state your request.
Yeah,
Give
I
us
guess
a
it's just the
path and
playing it.
then
It doesn't
take us
feel
to the
novel
data center.
anymore.
Right.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't
Yeah.
mind
I
if it
would
was
totally
attached.
agree with that.
Wish.
Yeah. I guess the other option is just a cutscene. I guess. You know.
And then you can feel your slowness.
What went down here?
You're gonna blow up a lot of those.
We're going to be sending
Did you
most
beat
of the people
Requiem?
here back to Earth
Yes.
soon anyway.
You
Just
did.
leave
You
everything
beat
up
the
to
single
AI.
player campaign game.
I did because I was
And
talking
they
about it
send
with
us when the thing
Blake
needs
Hester
fixing.
and Chris Plant. That pushed me over the edge.
It's like I always say.
That's what it takes, huh?
Otherwise, I would have stopped
You can't trust
45 minutes before the end. As I did for weeks.
I don't know.
That's funny.
Kind of like this one.
It really has become like just like a requirement now for you, I guess. So even if you really like it, you're like, well, I can't do the last mission. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
It's
sometimes
something
they're
everyone
off.
loves about me, you know? I've got to keep up
They'll
for
find
people's
you
expectations.
fire everyone, did they?
I do that a lot though, of just like just won't finish the last little bit of something. My recent example for me is Stranger Things. Despite having watched the whole show, I never watched the final episode, and I'm in fear is the wrong word, but I suspect I may die without ever watching the final episode of Stranger Things, despite watching every other episode and enjoying the show. I like it. All right, now Leo, is your heart breaking because I made sure as a command that you connected to all those characters?
That actually almost told me to not care about them.
Oh, damn it.
Watch out! Captain!
The robots trying to help.
It is a great robot design.
Yeah, I like the look of the androids and stuff. There's all kinds of robots. It's not just like the humanoid ones.
Warning. Suit integrity compromised. First aid protocol is offline. Warning. Suit integrity compromised. First aid protocol is offline.
We're just watching it. I'm just enamored. What's happening?
Let her cook.
I like RE engine hair is like a thing, right? Like everyone kind of, right? Like I feel like this is the most RE engine hair Capcom's ever achieved, basically.
I will forever think about the Nickelodeon magazine article I read about Final Fantasy Spirits Within? Is that the movie with the lady? About how they had such advanced hair technology that she had to have short hair because they couldn't render that much hair if she had long hair. And to see where we're at now with Diane's long ass hair here, it's a tear to my eye.
Which even goes into zero gravity at some point.
That's
Gets even
awesome.
crazier. It is. They do fly a little close to the sun, though. I feel sometimes because sometimes it's a little distracting.
There you are. All better.
Yeah, it's very alive.
You know, hair in a Capcom game.
Famously alive.
Yeah, it is funny. Like the RE engine looks great. I've played so many great games built in the RE engine, but it is funny how like you watch a trailer or something and it's the hair. Immediately you're like, ah, this is a Capcom game. Okay, cool.
I bet you could identify that with no other
This
knowledge.
is
than her.
Edith, your autonomous base administrator. Unregistered guest identified. Walker, please remove him from the premises.
Did you play the demo or anything, Leo, or am I
No.
witnessing your literal first experience?
My literal baby steps.
Right here.
Because I actually, despite there being a few demos, I never played any of them either until actually, sitting down to play the game. Because I almost was kind of like, when I heard the description of, and reading previews and stuff, people explaining how the game worked, it was almost a little bit of like, that sounds cool. I don't even know if I need to like test it before playing the final game. I think I'm interested enough, you know?
Right.
Oh, come on.
Someone in the credits or in the chat pointed out, that, yeah, Crowboy, the neck is too long. Yeah, that's what makes it so creepy.
You need to...
I think I can help. Bypassing first and second firewall, hooking control protocols,
Smart.
analyzing, converting the interrupt
Is that?
matrix.
Do you talk like that when you're like getting ready to stream these streams at, like on max settings? Or are you like turning up blah blah blah, maximizing
Yes.
resolution max?
When I'm failing to do balance basic audio levels after 10 years in the industry, it's because it's that complicated. Move the cursor across the hacking matrix connected to the EXE node to complete the hack. This enemy is in an open, vulnerable state. So while, okay, with the face buttons.
How much more damage you're doing?
That was a lot more damage. From my World Ends With You days, I knew I'd like the managing kind of two combat systems on top of each other.
Oh, that's a good call. Yeah, did you play it on DS? Is that where you played it?
Oh yeah, in class.
That's the only way to play it, man.
What, I'm supposed to focus on the teacher as well? That's a third thing. I'm already managing two combat systems.
Yeah, my wife played a lot of World Ends With You. I remember. I never played it myself. But, yeah. And then she played on like twice, I think. She played on DS and then on another platform. And then she did play the sequel as well.
Yeah, I never dared to go back to the re-releases.
Yeah, it seems like, because like, yeah, DS seems kind of, I don't know, it was designed around the DS, you know?
Yeah, I can't imagine any version just seems a little lesser.
I love, I made a, it wasn't really a joke. I presented it as a joke, but like, I commented on the sort of, the way Diana like stays on your back, where it's kind of like she has like handles and the footholds.
Yeah.
And I was like, I love that. I would have genuinely liked something like that when my daughter was like that age to carry her around. You know,
no
like,
question, she would like it too. That looks so fun.
Yeah, because it could get on and off real easily if she wanted to. Like it seems
her
cool.
hacks.
I like that. Yeah, so many hacks. The other thing, the other dad game element of this is like you're a dad because you're like protecting this little girl, and then it's also like a sci-fi game, which is a very dad thing to me right now. But also, I feel like her being a better at tech than Hugh, I feel like is also kind of like a dad thing of a certain generation. Like maybe not my generation, but like, you know, the daughter like knowing how to like use the computer better than the dad. It's kind of like a dad thing.
That is a cute way to gamify. Oh, the blue things have been bad.
No.
They're just showing that it's better to go through them.
Yeah, that basically lets you do more damage. You want to hit everything.
Okay, great.
Basically, that's kind of the puzzle. Like it's super it's not challenging to get to the green, right? The puzzle, quote unquote, is like hitting as much as you can along the way. You know, like taking the path.
Right. Cracked. Do you feel like were you kind of doing what I'm hoping to do, which is shoot while doing it, or do you just kind of get the hack out of the way and then start really laying into them? How did you end up handling it?
I definitely I just hack first.
Yeah.
Because like the damage that you're doing without hacking, so you're doing like 18, you know, like, and now you're doing 142. Like it's just not even worth shooting them, you know, like you just hack them first, you know.
Yeah, especially with how long reloading is. That's interesting.
Yeah, and it's also like not shooting them. If there was like some aspect of like, oh, if I shoot them a little bit, that'll like slow them down or something.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, let me shoot them a little bit, then I'll hack, then I'll kill them. It's like, no, they're always kind of going the same speed. Like you're shooting them without hacking them is just like borderline useless, you know.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I think is very intentional, right? Like the design is like
They want you to engage with it. They don't want you to ignore the hacking or be able to.
Yeah, they don't want you to ignore the hacking, and also I think they want it to be like a 1-2 punch. Hack shoot, not like, you know, like I don't
Not
think that
quite
they
the dual layered.
Yeah, like they don't want
Warlands with you.
Like they don't ever want you to be confused about like, oh, should I shoot first? Like that. The thought should just be like, I need to solve this puzzle, not like what should I do, you know?
Interesting.
Which I think is good.
Destination to the shelter. Structural integrity of boarding dock below acceptable parameters. Ceiling access now.
Ceiling? How am I supposed to get back to my ship?
Are you a Dead Space guy, Leo? Did you play Dead Space?
Loved 1 and 2 at release. Didn't play much of 3 and haven't really gone back. I played a little of the remake, but didn't get super into it.
Yeah. But those were ones that you beat?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, the Dead Space angle is interesting because there is like, it's not a horror game, but like there are Dead Space vibes in the sense of like you're riding a train like this, you know, like a sort of tram system around the space station, and then, you know, obviously it's like a third-person shooter, and they both kind of have these like Resident Evil 4 sort of hooks in them, you know, and Resident Evil 4 inspirations, kind of. It's just like a weird circle to go from Resident Evil 4 to Dead Space to Pragmata, you know.
Yeah, totally.
What are you?
I am DI-03367, a state-of-the-art pragmata created here at the Cradle. I possess basic life-saving protocols.
Okay, that's enough. I don't need the user's manual. All right, next question. What the hell is going on here? And why are these things trying to kill us?
She's got a real Bride of Chucky vibe.
Diana?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
We'll see if I soften on her over time, but maybe I've been too haunted by
maybe
your Megans, your Brides of Chuckies, your Seeds of Chuckies, and what have you.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen any of those movies, actually.
Bride of Chucky, hilarious movie.
Isn't...
Genuinely
Was that like
good.
directed by John Waters, or like he was in it or something? What is the deal with him in that movie? Is that a thing?
Look,
I gotta look it up. Very important to me.
Chucky's in it, if that's who you're thinking of.
Chucky? Oh, Chucky. Yes, of course. From Ready Player One.
Right.
I'm Hugh. I don't do babysitting, but I'm gonna need your help, and
Hugh.
Gosh, maybe I just made this up. I really could have sworn John Waters was involved in that movie for some reason.
Hugh.
He's not in the cast or anything. Yeah, I don't know.
Diana, Hugh, Diana.
Kids.
Diana?
Diana.
Okay, he appeared in the Chucky franchise.
Sarah once said when
what's in
the
there?
Pragmata was first shown, she said it's like it's for players who played Death Stranding and wished the baby was kind of hot. That's what Sarah said, and it haunts me.
There's something to that.
Maybe that's why I can't connect with Diana.
Reactivating the filament repair portal.
I like Diana. I want to take care of her.
Medical repair. That's convenient.
I'm sure she'll grow on me.
License.
It's a lot of like
Reactivating.
Obviously her design doesn't change, but like it's just a lot of her asking like, hey, how does Earth work? You know?
Yeah.
which is like a fun question to try to answer, and like is
Looks like we got some back.
kind of a question that a kid has as they grow up, you know, that you realize like they're like, oh right, yeah, you don't know how this basic thing works, like, and I also had to learn it at some point and forgot.
And like, how do you explain it to someone with no context?
Exactly.
I love those types of stories.
And, Donald Glover, he didn't do a ton of stand-up. He had like 1.5 hour special, I think, or was it an hour? I don't remember. But he has a lot of jokes about sort of that idea of like children just like just accepting, you know, things that insane elements of life, like that the sun exists, you know, like,
yeah,
how that extrapolates to other like, you know, weird things in life that it's like maybe you should pause and think about it, but like you just don't have time when you're a kid.
What do you think? It's not even that far. Hey. Diana.
I think that would be a fun part about having a kid is
What?
answering those questions, but then when they don't remember and ask you again, I would say you don't remember my awesome answer, and that would be frustrating.
I guess you would.
I thought that was going to shape you forever, how good of an answer I gave for that.
But I have an
And
idea.
you just refuse to answer again.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go.
You're not even going to commit it to long-term memory.
It's safe. Let's go.
Sounds like a plan.
Ginormo. My wife and I are both pretty tall, so we decided we're going to name our first kid Ginormo.
Boy or girl, Ginormo.
Yep. I guess Ginormette is on the table.
Well, let's try our best, Hugh.
Yo, I'm gonna need your support till I'm back home.
It's pretty fun talking like this. Let's talk a bunch while we have the chance.
A little happy. Little happiness there. That's definitely something I love about these kinds of stories is like finding the appreciation for things that seem totally everyday.
Yeah.
to us.
Hey, you don't have any. You ain't got no points or anything yet.
What the hell? Okay, I'm seeing the upgrade paths. Okay. Kyle, where do I go? I'm scared. Kyle, where do I go? I'm scared.
That way. That left. That. Yeah. There you go.
Okay then.
You're kind of my dad.
That's right.
It's kind of like layers of dads on this stream.
Dad layers. This is a dumb thing. Here, go back out of here. Go back a few times, and like walk away. All right. So once you cross that threshold, like that line, like go back towards the tram, and you'll see like the little holographic line.
Yeah.
Once you cross that line, you can press Y to like get in the tram and go to the next level. It's a little thing, but it's like I don't have to. You don't have to walk all the way to the tram. It's like it's really minor, but it's like I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, right on.
Like, you know where I'm going. Let's go ahead and open this menu and get this thing started.
Sure. Certain types of games I am a sucker for. Let's really click clack on the keyboard. Really
Sure.
engage with this action, but it definitely doesn't fit with the more action focus of
This
this.
whole sector's in emergency mode. Looks like we have a power switch nearby. Let's go.
Scan on
find
X. Wow.
Yeah, there's no reload button, unless I'm a lunatic and have just forgotten. But yeah. But I would always scan with her constantly. Like I was always scanning because I just always want all the information all the time.
To restore full function,
Yeah.
please reboot the main power terminal on the top floor.
I haven't been the biggest fan of scanning in the past because it's became so widespread that it almost feels like a way where you don't have to make your points of interest stand out. You can just have a scan button that turns it all into like really easy to read information, which isn't the worst thing in the world, but it's just funny to see it on a face button. It's like, okay, this is a scanning game. It's not clicking in the right thumbstick, not finding the D-pad direction.
Why did it attack us? Did you do something bad?
Just doing my job. Does that count?
I got scared and wanted to leave.
Understandable. Oh, here we go. All right, now things are getting serious.
Mm-hmm. Operate the terminals.
There's I found an email like that in game that was from Alex to Kayla, which if you know Alex Van Aken, his wife's name is Kayla, which was very funny. So I took a screenshot and sent it to him. That he has a cameo in this game.
That's amazing. So it's more if you go through the side, right? Oh, hello.
More if you go through
like
the
those
side.
blue things have the left and right arrow. That means coming in that direction makes a difference, or no?
I don't. No. I'm almost certain. It never occurred to me that it did. Honestly, it's a good question. I don't think it makes a difference because there's so many instances where maybe you can't enter from one side. You're throwing my whole worldview askew here, Leo. I do wonder if maybe coming in from the side. Like I'll have to look at the damage.
It looks like it adds up to 99 either way I've been doing it.
Okay, so yeah.
But that's where it caps out,
I don't
right,
think it
for now?
matters. Yeah. Well, if there's more blue things, and you'll add more stuff.
Sure.
Have you dashed? You haven't done a single dash. I don't think.
I dashed a little bit.
Here, to the right of that console was like a chest, basically.
Oh, good to know. Yellow, of course. The color of
chest.
Yellow bellied in a way. Okay, that's a go around and get it type deal.
Yeah, I don't think you can get it yet, so I wouldn't concern yourself too much with it.
Okay.
What the heck is this?
Oh yes, yeah, you can't break that yet. But spoiler, you'll be able to.
It's in our way.
I will respect so much the first game that does something like that and you never can get through it. You just never get the thing.
That would drive me insane.
Frankly, humans don't deserve to have such a good time where all their power fantasies are fulfilled.
Exactly.
Emergency lockdown for this area has been disabled.
I like how far away you can do these hacks from.
Yeah, and you can even, that's an upgrade you can do to hack from even further.
I was hoping so.
Or rather, it's not an upgrade, but it's like I don't know what's the term, where it's like you can choose. You have like 4 slots, and you have like 7 upgrades you can put in the slots. What do we call that in video games? I can't think of the term.
Augments?
Augments, yeah. It's like an augment you can choose, which I kept on for pretty much the whole game. That was one that I liked. So I like to stay back. And it's really doing that thing early on where it's like, it just, when you shoot it, it just leaves that tiniest little sliver.
We're not done yet.
to upgrade your way past?
Yeah.
To be doing it in one fewer bullet?
Correct.
Yeah. So do I want to head back right now? Or that's just if I'm scared I can't?
Well, first of all, you should activate it.
Oh,
yeah. So do
I
that.
see.
Yeah.
This isn't
I actually, like, a little tip I ran into where, like, you can get 100% on all the levels. And which you need to like complete the game in the way that I wanted to. But I was like 10%, I was 1% short on like a level for the longest time, and I couldn't figure out why. And it was because I just happened to not activate one of those shortcuts. Like I found it and I looked at it, I just never turned it on. So make sure you turn all those on.
Thank you.
But yeah, it's kind of like not to compare everything to Dark Souls, of course, but it does kind of function a little bit like a
bonfire.
A bonfire, in that like you can go back to base, you can upgrade, and your health will be restored, and all your Estus flasks, you know, that where you can voluntarily do your health will be restored as well, and you can, but all the enemies also come back too. So, but it's usually pretty beneficial to head back to the shelter if you want, especially if you have some upgrades. There's like no reason not to go ahead and upgrade. You know what I mean? There you go.
Okay. Oh! Danger, icon. Okay, longer reload, so is it a kind of switch weapons on the fly game? Switching to your pistols, always faster reloading type business?
Yeah, because it's like a cooldown system instead of a reload system. But the way, you know, your pistol is endless. You know, you'll always have bullets, but now you've used the shotgun fully.
I see.
Yeah, but they'll be available to like pick up everywhere. Which, for the kind of player that I am, I quite liked that because I am really bad. I don't know, bad's not the right term, but like I just like get really used to a starting weapon. And I'm like,
yeah. Well, you
and like
know,
I'll just kind of stick with it. Where that, at least kind of, it's like you're going to use all the weapons because you're going to run out of ammo, and then you can pick up this other weapon that you don't usually use, but you're going to want to use it anyway. You know, that kind of thing.
well, I of course famously, everyone already knows where I'm going with this because it's so famous. Played Dead Space 1 with the only the starting laser cutter because I wanted the achievement for beating the whole game with just laser cutter, and I said then I'll do playthrough 2 with all the upgrades. And I've earned a lot from getting the achievement and stuff for New Game Plus, and then I only played it that one time, that one way. But shouts out to a great primary, that laser cutter, like that can carry a full game.
I mean, that's the thing about that that's like, you know, the Genesis, not the Genesis, but like that's the kind of weapon that's like, well, I'm just gonna use this primarily and get this really good. And like, I think because Dead Space 2 was the one that I got really obsessed with and like played through multiple times and stuff like that. And I remember the second playthrough, because I believe Dead Space 2 also has a similar like only use the plasma cutter achievement. So my second playthrough, it was really fun to just be like, just sell everything except, and just like load up on plasma cutter ammo, and like it was ultimately like a less challenging experience as a result.
Emergency lockdown
In a way that I didn't mind. It's not a complaint, to be clear.
Feels good.
2 more to go.
Feels good to be strong. Little box.
Oh, we're gonna be able to get
Hillside.
that.
Remember that show?
No. What is that little box on the hillside?
That's the theme song to Weeds, of course. Happy
Oh.
420 to everybody watching this live.
Right, okay, but Leo, that song was not written for Weeds. That song existed.
Okay.
Right? I think. Now I'm questioning myself. You know what's cool about that show
Kyle's back again. Uh-oh.
the later seasons they would have. Oh no, they would have like different bands like cover the intro theme for like every episode.
Right.
That was cool.
What the heck?
Let's do this.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, and that is a weak spot, like his quote-unquote head, which dang, I'll be able to scan for you later.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Incoming. Here, now you're getting
I
dash
see.
action. Uh-oh. Okay,
Green
your health,
class.
you're good. You played a video game before, I see.
Jump, you.
Oh, jump. Thank you.
As well.
Thank you, daughter. Do I get a melee coming up?
Nope. Not a game with a melee.
Wow.
Yeah. There is a late game weapon that you can kind of hit enemies with, but it's kind of like a late game, like almost like post game even kind of reward for like, hey, look at this funky thing, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes I did kind of wish that I had like a melee, you know?
I certainly like to mix it up like that, but
Got it.
oh, this is just for the platform. Maybe that's a case of you know, I'm sure they play tested it and said it wasn't
It's not necessary.
lean into the strengths. of the
Like
game.
I kind of like, it was more just like out of habit, you know, like playing
Yeah.
enough like Halo 1 where it was like, oh, I shoot for a while, then I punch, and then I get away, and then it's like, but I wasn't like, you know, like, oh, this game needs it. I'm failing because I don't have it. It wasn't nothing like that, you know.
This kind of feels like a game based, and it's not, but it feels like a game based around how good putting in the things you call down in Helldivers 2 felt.
Oh, sure, yeah.
The simple pleasure of rapid tapping.
Rapid
As
tapping
Jacob
is
Geller
a
said.
good, yeah. Is that a Gellerism? The simple pleasure of rapid tapping?
No, it just sounds like he could title a video that, right?
Yeah, and he'd be right to do it.
Yeah, and it would be awesome. Okay, got a little turned around here. That's okay.
Yeah, you're in like a big open room, basically. So like,
Yeah. I think I saw one of the next hacks and then lost my place.
I think you can scan for it. I think.
Oh yeah, duh.
There you go. See. On
The
left
hell
there.
was I using my brain for?
You were looking? What were you thinking? Oh, that's the exit. You don't want to go to that one.
Okay.
Yeah, you want to go to the other symbol. That one.
Right, I was going for it and then I fell down. I remember all that now. And it's gonna happen again. Oh.
Oh, actually, I think you can make that jump. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll
no, I
out.
kind of got stuck on the
Oh wait, no, yeah.
pole last time.
I don't know. Okay, no, you're not gonna be able to make that.
I could go up and drop down. Can I get up to that?
I know where to go if you want me to tell you, but I'm also happy to just let you learn. You know, like a dad, just like let you
Aw.
fail first. You know.
Let me fly free. I was up there before and I just am trying to remember how I got up there.
Yeah.
Daddy. How did I get up there?
There was an elevator. I don't know if you recall the
Yeah, I think
elevator.
I took an elevator. It was
Maybe
the wrong one.
That's it right there. Who knows? There's just simply no way of knowing.
This got me to my favorite place of up
you
here,
go.
and then I went the wrong direction from here. That's what I did.
My favorite place of up here.
That's right.
See, it's flashing at you.
Of course.
Insulting you.
Of course, taunting.
Emergency lockdown for this area has been disabled.
A net. Okay. Shoot big bubble.
That's
That's what tutorials should be like.
how many now?
Like, don't just use the like terminology that gamers will use. You know, the bubble gun.
Like a damn rat.
Big bubble gun.
maze.
I really don't overthink it.
Jesus, get this over.
You can hack into your heart's content. I don't think the net does any damage. I think it's purely like a, I don't know, defense, not defensive weapon, but like a support weapon, I think.
Right.
And you can continue to hack like to make it stay open longer, and that the hacking does do damage.
Right, yeah, I've been forgetting that. How big is the difference between hitting every blue thing and hitting just two of them?
I don't think it's significant. I actually never really did the math, but certainly there are times when you're just like, I'm just gonna hit what I can. It's more important for me to get it open than it is to like hit more of these things, you know. But yeah, in terms of like how much damage each blue thing adds, I'm not sure.
The face button thing is almost so intuitive that I forget and do the D-pad. I think I'm gonna have to struggle with that, and that's why I shut that stasis thing again.
I don't think you cannot use the D-pad, right?
No, that's equipped one of my weapons.
Right, okay. So, yeah, I feel like on a podcast someone said or the D-pad or something, and I was like, oh, well, hold on, I don't think you can do that. But I didn't say anything. I stayed quiet.
Marcus says you can one-shot weakened enemies with the purple squares. I'll keep an eye out for that.
Can confirm. Yeah, I don't think you get that until like a little
Emergency
later.
lockdown for all on-site locations has been disabled. Please complete a manual reboot
Well,
of
I
the
look
power
forward to
plant
unlocking
controller
it.
to fully restore operations.
I'm excited for you,
That
dude.
was the last of them.
Thanks, man.
There you go. Get those. Those are important.
I hope dropping down here somehow leads us back up to the top floor.
Maybe there's an elephant.
Well, you're never gonna know what she was gonna say, Leo.
Elephant?
Hugh, look. What's this?
That's the Earth. The blue part there is all ocean. Look outside and you can see it from here. That's weird. Only got half
Yeah,
of
important
it
to tell her that.
Ah, okay. Printer's busted.
If you could press a button to reform Pangea, would you? Do you think that'd be good
Data
for
here
the
looks
world?
all right.
The ocean.
What an odd question.
Everywhere.
Answer it now.
I don't know. I don't think so. Would that be?
Wow, xenophobic
I mean, I guess it'd be
much?
I guess it'd be better for like shipping, right?
Yeah, at the very least, don't you want the sailors to get home on time?
That's
Come
true.
on.
Yeah,
Or actually,
you know
they'd be
what?
completely out of a job, wouldn't they? No, you got rivers and stuff. Wow, see, it's a really good
You got
question,
rivers.
I guess.
It's a good question because it's kind of like I guess like I think it could go either. It could literally change nothing and change everything at the same time. I really don't know.
Yeah, a Brexit-style vote where it feels. Why not? I guess.
Oh, dude, you gotta shoot that dude.
I'm such a Capcom newbie that I didn't fire a gun at that.
I thought you could shoot that.
Did you prank me? It's making a little noise.
Why did that take 1,000 shots? That was weird.
That's how underpowered I am, I guess.
Yeah, those are in Requiem as well. Yeah, you can just like shoot little figures. I guess that is. I didn't even think of it as like a Capcom thing, but it is a Capcom thing, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you do have some upgrades now, if you want to go
Back to
do
shelter.
some. Yeah.
Love to.
Oh, and you got one of those things.
Nice.
Yeah, mods. There you go. So yeah, see, like I don't think because you can come right back here, right? So I think it's actually a good idea to head to the base.
When you're heading forward anyway, it doesn't matter if people are respawning. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason. There's really like, yeah, there's no reason. If you have some upgrades, right? It's like I don't need to hang on to these. Like I should use them because then when the next fight I do, I'll be a little stronger. You know.
Yeah.
What have you been up to, Hugh?
And you have something to give to her as well. So.
I've been with you this whole time, Diana.
We never separated.
REMs and decorate the shelter.
She loves REM.
Shouts
Orange
out folks in the
Crush.
chat who also had trouble shooting that specific collectible.
Oh, is it? Okay, that is reassuring. Yeah.
Thank you, Hugh.
Endines. Read Earth Memory.
Oh, I'm gonna give it a spin.
There you go. So you gave her a table. You're so sweet, Leo. She could
It's
sit at that.
enriching to have a table.
Oh, she literally sits at it. I don't think I ever knew that. I never saw her do that.
I want more REMs, Hugh.
Okay, chill.
Let's
I
get
should.
REMs are
Who's the lead singer of REM?
weird,
What's his
don't you
name? I
think?
should know it.
What do you mean?
Everything we need is already at the cradle. So why do
Randy
we need Earth
Newman.
stuff?
Randy Newman is not the lead singer of REM. It's Michael Stipe, of course.
Of course, Stipe or no stiping. You think he gets that all the time?
I think he's got it his whole life. All right, what are you gonna pick? You've got 6 here. What are you gonna go with?
Definitely, I know straight up that the type of way that Leo Vader plays this game is all in on the hacking.
All right. See, I went all in on the gun. I just wanted that gun to do as much damage as possible. And then the suit I didn't care about. I was like, well, if the game's balanced to the point where I should be able to beat this without needing to get more health, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to assume that it does that.
Yeah. If I'm not dodging right, that I just need to get better.
Yeah. I always wait on the health upgrades just because it's like, I don't know, it's like not as interesting. It's like boring, you know?
100%.
How much do you
Rather
have?
die more times with a more
Yeah,
fun
800.
kit.
Yeah. And it's like, and also it's like, if I get better, and I probably won't lose as much health, but I can't get better and like do more damage with each bullet I fire.
Damn good point. So this would be spending materials to have oh no, this is upgrading.
Yeah. Okay. So what this is here, like you looked at the hacking and the attachments and stuff, those are pretty straightforward. But what you like, if you do the shockwave gun, that means you can keep it in your pocket when you leave, right? Like you'll still find shockwave guns in the world and stuff, but like now you can just like you can have it with you all the time. You can at least start with it.
Okay.
And
but it's
that's
just
why,
for a few shots until you find more still.
Yeah, and that's why it's like a comparatively low 100, whatever Luna filaments isn't that much, because it's just a way to like let you put it in your inventory if you want it,
That's cool.
Yeah, so then when you go to the tram, so you can pick your weapon loadout now. Oh, and you have a mod now, so aren't
Gotta
you
get my
glad?
mod on. Liking how many mods I'm seeing.
There's quite a few.
Yep, every direction's its own weapon category.
There you go.
And just by default, it goes to where you left. Oh no, you select.
Yeah, I think the little yellow is like, where you need to go, basically.
And I see everything I missed, which is a lot.
Yeah, we'll come back later. Which I'm a big fan of that. I want to know like how many things are in the level, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm always like, I feel like Resident Evil 2 remake was really good about just like it would if you looked at the map, the map would glow like yellow if you hadn't found everything, but it would turn green once you did find everything. And I was a fan of that. Like I just want to know that I got everything or didn't get everything,
Yeah, sure. And have it in nice localized, like you know where to look when you didn't get
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's too much information for some people. Like maybe they don't want to know everything. They want it all to be a surprise. But it's like, no, I want to know there are like 3 upgrades in here, and I found them all, and I never need to come back to this room again.
Uh-huh. Okay.
This will make it easier to hit things harder.
But that's 3 uses, right? It's only going to appear 3 times if I use it each time?
Yeah. But it's still like, what'll happen is like you're going to get a lot of them, and there's no reason to just like kind of not use them. The thing that you run into is like, there's one coming up that's like, this bonus will hack, the robot and the 2 robots next to it. And it's like, well, there's only 1 robot here. Like, maybe you don't want to use that.
Mm-hmm.
But in general, it's like you just kind of want to use them all, because you're going to get there's going to be some on the floor in the next 10 seconds anyway,
Please remove them from the premises.
Okay, right on. And it's only casual and standard difficulty for a fresh game. We're on standard.
Yeah, when you beat the game, I believe another difficulty unlocks.
I'm gonna save it for the big guy.
See, that's good. That's smart gaming right there.
Thank you. Call me the smart gamer.
Leo, the smart gamer. That would have been like your old school, like, former, like
right.
nickname. Which I think that was before our times. We were never there when nicknames were printed in the magazine. Let's bring it back. I'll bring it back.
The skateboarding gamer was, I believe, 90% of them. Sure. Back in those days. The shredding gamer.
All right, we made it.
Floor gun.
You did it, Leo.
The main power terminal.
Floor gun. So you have full ammo there.
Okay.
And a stasis gun as well.
Well, now I
but
feel
there's
like
some,
a jackass.
Okay, yeah, you can only pick up 1 of those right now, like as opposed to like multiple versions. So,
Uh-huh.
I don't want to like tease anything, Leo, but maybe you'll need to grab some of that stuff in a few minutes.
Oh, it's a video game.
One of those. Huh?
I'm getting it now.
I remember watching a Halo 2 documentary, and the art team was like commiserating with the design team, because they were like, yeah, we make all these like beautiful levels and like we make them look all good, and then the design team just comes in and puts boxes in them, in the way. And I just always think about that with like areas like this, that is just like, well, clearly this is an arena of some kind, and it's just like, well, yeah, I mean, You gotta have some boxes to hide behind. It's crucial.
And it kind of becomes the only thing you look at because they're so much more rewarding gameplay-wise than taking in the environment.
Unauthorized access detected. Severing primary connection. This is Edith. Unregistered guests are forbidden from this area. Initializing sector guard protocol. Scanning. Targets identified.
I do like the soundtrack. I'm just all in on like synth, like sci-fi synth for like last couple of years. Like my Spotify end of year roundup is always like, you just listen to a lot of synth and you don't even know any of the names of these bands. It's like, your biggest band was this, and I'm like, I guess, I don't know. I just like put on a synth playlist and write.
Big one.
Look at those. Oh, they see how it's glowing red? That's what you want to shoot. Oh, I'm putting the net down? Oh my god, are you like a pro gamer, dude?
I've been known to game now and again.
I wonder how this would work with multiplayer. It would be fun to like hack and shoot people. Would it suck to be hacked all the time?
Fair question.
I remember when BioShock 1 came out, they were like, I don't remember what it was, some interview or something where they're like, yeah, it was that era of like every game kind of needed a multiplayer mode for some reason.
Of course.
Like, and like BioShock 1 didn't have one, which was kind of like surprising at the time.
And they fixed that in 2.
They fixed it, yeah. But I remember the devs were, there was like an interview or something where they were like, yeah, we didn't want to do that. It was like, what, are you going to be like running around and like you have to look at the floor to make sure there's no water on the floor or else you'll get electrocuted? And I was like, I don't know, that sounds pretty cool to me. Like, I was like, I don't know, that sounds kind of cool. And then BioShock 2 had that. Like, it was like, yeah, there's like elements on the floor that you got to keep an eye out for things. If people are using electricity, you don't want to have like water underneath your feet. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty fun. So it's just funny to hear that whoever it was talked themselves out of it. Like, this is what I thought. I was like, pretty cool idea.
The world wasn't ready for it. Until the finals, my dear immersive semi-shooter.
Were you a BioShock 2 multiplayer guy, Leo? I just kind of assumed you would be.
No, I definitely liked everything else like that. Okay. So there's almost like a Samson, a Tindleston story style rage mechanic in there.
Yeah, I think that's where they got it from, actually. Samson, a Tindleston story.
Is this game a Tindleston story, do you think?
Good question. Is it, it's like multiple games can be a Strand game. It doesn't just have to be Death Stranding. Is this a Tindleston story? I don't know. Is Tindleston a genre or a fictional universe?
Well, it's simply a type of story, a la drama or comedy. Hey, my stasis net, bud.
Hey, we're ran right out of it.
The stasis net.
You got any shotgun? You do have some shotguns. There you go. Use it up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you're out now. Oh, you have one more.
But the I kind of switched off because the reload's been long, but that didn't seem to need one. Oh.
Get in there.
You do it from far.
You're smoking pretty far. 3,000. Oh, that's actually okay.
Ouch!
You all right? Does that actually? I never paid attention to if that actually did do damage.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Any more guns? Give me.
There you go.
Super says, speaking of multiplayer shooters that feel ahead of their time and don't have a huge player base, curious if you checked out Marathon at all. It's so not Marathon's fault that I haven't checked it out. Just, there's, a million other times in my life I would have gone right at it. I'm now just anything else.
We get codes. I get game codes from Game Informer and MinnMax as well. And I opted for an Xbox code for Marathon because I just happened to have bought like a year of, Xbox Live. But it turned out that year I bought of Xbox Live was a year ago. So like literally the day I went to go play Marathon, it had expired yesterday, and I was like, oh, I guess I'm not playing Marathon then, because I'm not resubscribing. Apologies.
Baby. We did it.
That's funny.
Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, was that a multiplayer for you there, Leo?
Oh,
is that one you got into?
Hell yeah.
That was when I got into a decent amount as well. I not like excessively, like, but probably like I had like 3 or 4 sessions of like, this is cool. Like
You were really trying to walk like an NPC.
Yeah, and like it's that thing. The thing that like worked for me about that multiplayer was you were kind of like, well, I mean, sure, like I can hide in a bush and sneak up on someone, but like I'm not gonna be able to trick anybody, because NPCs, like I can trick an NPC in the single player game, but that wouldn't work like in multiplayer. They would see me in there. I don't know, there's just something about it that made me feel that way. I don't know why, maybe that was dumb, but then as a result, when you do pull it off, when you are like hiding in a well or something and someone walks by and you did get a kill, it was like extra satisfying. It was like, oh, I tricked them. It was more about like tricking them than making sure you got the headshot off, you know? It was cool.
Yeah, and when someone does it to you, it's like terrifying.
Yeah, it really
what they're capable of. God, Watch Dogs 1 had a cool multiplayer too, of hacking other people's games and trying to look like an NPC. Trying to not let them scout you out.
I'm gonna get a better look.
Wait.
I think I played a match of Dead Space 2. Because there was like an achievement, I think, associated with play one match or something.
Careful.
But yeah, all those other multiplayer modes I did not do much dabbling with.
Companion, huh?
I was a big Crisis 2 multiplayer guy. Or maybe it was Crisis 3.
Crisis 2, that's so random. I mean, was that just a shooter? Was there anything like unique about that?
You had suits with abilities and stuff.
Huh?
But it wasn't that crazy.
So, Captain, what up?
A most pointed inquiry. We have been, let us say, asleep, but that device woke us up, leaving us available to offer you our wide range
I think you can buy that hat.
valuable services.
It's a cabin system.
Permissions confirmed for shelter level 1.
Shelter level upgraded.
Yo, chat's popping off for cabin.
With shiny new stuff.
Yeah, people seem to like him.
REM replicator beta.
I'm guessing he might have some interest in my cabin coin I got earlier.
And what makes you think that, Leo? What on earth could have...
I can't help but think of you, cabin.
System booting up.
The rotating screen thing is interesting and cool, and it's like my little Osmo camera that I'm using right now. But it's like, I don't know, is that like a thing that you need really with like a?
Exchange cabin coins to unlock shelter surfaces. A little quid pro coin.
I mean,
please accept this gratuity for first-time crew.
Do you think portrait mode will take over just more and more in the future? There'll be cinema screens in portrait mode.
Take a look at our
maybe the screen can rotate.
In IMAX.
Would I watch a movie in a portrait mode movie? Would I like that?
Joel Haver.
Leo, would I like that?
Joel Haver made one on YouTube, a portrait mode movie.
Yeah,
and I liked it.
There's probably some fun stuff you could do with that. Did you hear us talking about bingo on the MinnMax show?
No.
So this is bingo, like you get bonuses for like the order in which you unlock things if you do a line or whatever.
That's fun.
Oh.
Which is see up top there, it's like you get one bingo, you get a gun upgrade. If you do triple bingo is like you get that. It's like and then an outfit for. Which is like fun. It's like just a very simple, but like, I don't know. It's just satisfying to get a bingo. Again, it feels like you're tricking the game in the way you would trick a real person in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood multiplayer. I think that's what inspired bingo.
Yeah. That's crazy that all
this is the music.
Oh, right. That's crazy that all the old people at the old folks home I used to work at must have played Assassin's Creed Brotherhood multiplayer. Because they were super into bingo.
I thought you were gonna say because they were like hiding in the plants and jumping out at you.
They kept assassinating me. It was so annoying. Okay, play my way.
Look, this terminal has bot data saved in it.
I will be playing my way.
Thank you.
Increases hacking gauge buildup from completed hacks. Enhances the overdrive protocol.
Yeah, so this is like similar to the guns, right? Like if you want to be able to just have those in your inventory when you leave, when you start a level, like you can do that, yeah. And that way you'll always have a multi-hack, you know, in your inventory, so to speak.
Right. Yeah, I'm all in on hacking.
That's funny. Yeah, no, I was always like, for me, like the beeline was like abilities and attachments. Like I want to be able to, you know, dash further and jump higher first, and then I'll worry about hacking and stuff, you know. You ain't got none.
What the heck? All my hard work?
What's that thing you shot?
Right.
Little buddies. I didn't get all those. I don't know what you get for that.
You?
Oh, sure. Well, like go into viewer mode. Yeah, see, then you can do the toggle open. That's cool, right?
I do like that. That's satisfying.
Yeah.
Gotta contact Earth.
Okay, yeah, see, hacking nodes. There you go.
Okay, but I only got one slot for the moment.
Yeah, but you'll get more. I have faith in you.
Thank you, father figure.
Do you have other? Okay, you only have one mod slot.
Okay. Well, I'll replace increased max HP all day, every day. Some more slots next time.
Oh, this is okay. You're already on the second level. Look at this. You're sprinting through this game.
Haters are quaking.
Yeah, let's see. Luke says got to crank some of those training missions. I don't think he's got training missions yet. I think that comes a little later.
Now we can go to the comms tower.
We're going to be talking about The Last of Us multiplayer, of course. One of the greatest weird multiplayers of our time.
What was the hook of that? Like, I didn't play it. Was it because I know you've talked about it a lot. I know you were a big fan. Was it? It wasn't just like a third-person shooter, right? It was
it
like
kind of was.
More
it's just that The Last of Us combat, which I think was underrated at the time. And the crafting and the element of sneaking around, that was just so much more interesting against real people who were doing the same thing and thinking the same things.
Wait.
Yeah.
So it was almost like that Assassin's Creed where you can really get sneaky and be rewarded, especially when you had like building these loadouts with these perks that spec towards sneaking or spec towards crafting a bunch of stuff that you could share with your team. Lots of ways to play, and the matches were so like tense and scary because they were not like goofified, stereotypical tacked on multiplayer at all. It was definitely within the mood of the Last of Us universe.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Are you trying to hurt yourself?
That makes sense. I'm wondering if I think maybe I played a round, probably. Which I also did with Uncharted 3. Was that 3 was the one that added multiplayer?
No, maybe that just had co-op. Uncharted 4 definitely had multiplayer.
If something happened to you, like
maybe it was 4 then. Yeah.
be in real trouble.
In real trouble? Why?
I mean, well, you best think on that yourself.
Okay, I will.
That's a real because I said so line.
That dad's no well.
That's something my wife and I have very committed to having never uttered that phrase.
Where are all the people?
Right on.
Was the last
Try to explain our decisions to the point of probably annoying my daughter, where she'd be like, "It's fine, I just won't do the thing."
Okay, why don't we take a moment and do the max settings graphics menu. Max settings brought to you by NVIDIA Max Settings, because we're seeing some of this path tracing in the reflections here. Also something we showed off with our Resident Evil Requiem max settings sequence brought to you by NVIDIA max settings.
Oh, there's a hair quality setting. That's funny. Okay.
Yeah. Where was that? Did I pass that?
Yeah, but it's grayed out. I don't know why.
I think it's like automatically on by having path tracing on or something. Some settings, you know, flip other settings on. I'm glad. I would have been embarrassed if we were not showing off the hair to the max of its potential. But path tracing to a layperson like you or me,
yeah,
all it means is that the reflections are perfect, like we always wish they would be. So many layers of reflections and lightings as to be perfectly accurate, and I have yet to poke one hole in that.
That does look that does look cool.
Yeah, especially cool in first person in Resident Evil.
Oh yeah, I could see it being cool. Yeah, I know this is max settings, and we haven't talked a lot about. I like the way the game looks. I think it looks great, and I think it's the benefit of it running really smoothly too. Like that, you know, that's always the thing that makes it feel better to control and stuff like that. And it is a quite fast-paced game actually. Like especially when you know, as you get deeper and deeper into the game and you're getting more enemies all around you, like you do have to do a lot of quick reacting and stuff like that. Right,
which is also, Kyle, I don't know if you even mentioned, if you even thought of this when you're saying that, or if you're just like saying random shit. But NVIDIA actually has reflex boost in the settings there flicked on.
Oh. Reflex boost?
I believe that's what it's called. Why don't we go take another dive? This one's free.
This one's free.
Reflex low latency. I run this when I'm playing Hitman on the TV and stuff. It really helps offset, like, when you have to have VSync on. It adds a little delay.
Actually, can you linger on it?
Yeah.
Uses input delay when using frame share. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, that's like mandatory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially on like a regular TV versus, it's not too bad on my monitor here, but on a TV there's some unavoidable latency that we've all just lived with because we love HD gaming.
My sort of experience with that was is it Mega Man 11?
People back home have only heard about stuff.
That was like yeah, Mega Man 11, I was like struggling. I was like playing Mega Man 11, I was having a hard time and it just wasn't going well. And then that was the moment I found the like gaming setting on my TV, you know?
Yes.
And all of a sudden I was like very successful and I was like, oh, I guess this has just been my problem my whole life. And it took Mega Man 11 to fix me.
I think we've all got a game like that.
Yeah.
It says a lot about us that we're really ready to believe we're just messing up that much.
I beat Diana to it.
Yeah.
This is good hacking, Leo. You're saving your multi-hacker guy.
Thank you. See, that's what I want immediately is like complicate the hacking a little bit so I can't quite go as autopilot with it.
Yeah.
That sounds like fun combat tension for me.
Who names these things?
Come on. That's illegal for a writer to say who names these things when they're writing in a game.
I did, this was a game where I read all the stuff, which I don't always do.
It doesn't seem too long.
I think that's the
Yeah, it's not quite, I feel like Resident Evil is still the best at it, because I think they probably impose like a word count or something. Like they never, to a fault, right? Where it's like, you just never, they never write more than like a sentence, you know?
Yeah, right.
On a page.
Looks a bit like New York.
This is, I really like this. This kind of surprised me, even though in the trailers you did kind of see some of this. I feel like even the announcement trailer showed it like the city.
But still, I think you wouldn't expect it to be like in this same station necessarily.
It definitely snuck up on me where I was like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
And you got to look at the posters or the ads because there's a bunch of Capcom references.
What's this referencing?
I don't know. That's the only one I never figured out. No, they're not all references, but there are some. Oh,
this was path tracing so well that I thought that was a poster, but it's actually this poster.
That's cool. Yeah, I genuinely thought the same thing. Replaced by understudy after her twisting ankle during rehearsals. Okay. Cool, I guess.
That seems like the right move.
I also was so there's this game. Do you know PNO3, Leo? Is that were you
Pretty much only from playing it on replay at Game Informer.
Okay. Yeah, it's not a good game. It was one of the Capcom 5 that was like Killer 7, Beautiful Joe, Resident Evil 4, PNO3, and then there was a fifth one that ended up getting canceled. But like that was like Capcom was like, we are making GameCube exclusive games.
It's our thing now.
Yeah, and Resident Evil 4 and Killer 7 were on the cover of Game Informer, which was really cool at the time. Like that's how I learned about those games. That's how a lot of people learned about those games, you know. But PNO3, gosh, I forgot the Killer 7, Resident Evil 4, Beautiful Joe, and PNO3. Yeah, PNO3 was definitely the one that was like just didn't work the least. You know, Killer 7 kind of took a minute, but like now people love it. Even if initially they were kind of not sure what to do with it. Resident Evil 4, of course, is a classic, and Beautiful Joe was well liked. But Piano 3 was like, I don't know what happened there. I looked into it a little bit. It seems like it just got like super rushed, and they just like, you know, kind of were just hit a point where they're like, well, we got to release this thing. And it's a game that you can beat in like, I don't know, 2 hours or something, mostly by just pressing A repeatedly. Like I played through it. And I remember it being really like really underwhelming. But all that to say is like I convinced myself that this was a secret PNO3 remake or sequel or something.
Yeah.
Because like they have similar aesthetics and like they're both like AI. So I was like, I was looking at all the billboards for all the like fake companies and stuff, and like just looking to see if there was like some connection to PNO3 that was like unexpected. I would have some crazy scoop because surely I'm the only person who remembers that game. You know? But I never found anything. I never found any connective tissue, unfortunately.
That does seem like something that would happen, especially from Capcom, especially now.
It's one of those things where like I imagine Capcom kind of doesn't want to think about it. It takes a long time for like a company to kind of come around. It probably takes like new leadership to come in and be like, no, this is fun. We should make reference to this. Like the Virtual Boy with Nintendo, you know, like there was a long period of time where the Virtual Boy was not to be mentioned. You know, like that was our biggest failure. We don't want to acknowledge it or anything.
Right.
But they hit a point where they're like, and it was right around the release of the original Tomodachi Life on 3DS, where they're like, you know what? This thing was weird. Let's embrace it. And I was kind of hoping that PNO3 would have a weird cameo or something here. That would be like, you know, yeah, that thing didn't really work, but, you know, this one does. And let's put PNO3 in here. But I never saw anything.
Yet.
That's true. Man, that'd be a crazy DLC if they just like, you know, just decided to connect it to Pragmata.
Yeah.
Or you could play. What is the character? What is the protagonist of PNO3? I think she is PNO3. The protagonist. Yeah, directed by Shinji Mikami. So that's like, you know. Okay, her name, of course, Leo, is Vanessa Z. Schneider.
Schneider's quite a twist.
What does the Z stand for? Oh, it gets its own Wikipedia link. Okay, let's see.
Good.
Vanessa was mostly well received,
good for her,
with much praise going towards both her sex appeal and her constant motion.
What more do you need?
Yeah, really? Yeah. And I don't know if I want to see what the Z
The kind of stuff you can't find on the moon.
stood for. But I don't think I'm going to find out. I think it's going to remain a mystery. Let's see, the Z. Okay. Vanessa being French, the Z middle name. French, the Z middle name. Schneider being German. Yeah, I don't know. There's no way of knowing, or maybe they just never decided.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool. The reflections are cool. So I played on PS5 Pro, and that was a waste, by the way, Leo. You didn't hack it first. You just shot it. What were you thinking?
Yeah. I kind of wanted to stun it and then have more time to hack it, you know?
Ain't that kind of game.
You're right. You're right.
Actually, I think you're right. I think the Riot Blaster will knock over enemies who are not hacked. I think actually that does work that way.
Come on.
Oh, great.
It's a
But yeah, I always like using the Riot Blaster just as like a grenade, basically.
They might look the part, but real people got that lifeblood in them.
I do like that. Typically, hacking has not stunned them by itself. Like I'm sure there's specific nodes that do that and weapons that do that, but you can't just hack and then not have to worry about dodging.
Yeah.
Just on top of all that at the same time is good.
No.
Look to your left for a second. Okay. I guess that is an elevator that takes you up. But
I assume that was main path.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it might be.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is a Capcom game. You always got to have some of these.
Oh yeah.
Q. I don't know how I feel about Hugh as like a protagonist name. Is Hugh cool? Do you know any cool Hughs?
Hugh Dancy. Who's really fighting an uphill battle with Dancy as well, and yet he pulls it off, and yet he is a cool Hugh.
Hugh Grant. I like Hugh Grant. He's
sure,
pretty cool.
Wonka's friend.
Yeah, that's right. Of course, so we all know him as Wonka. I take it all back. Hugh is cool.
Hugh Jackman, I mean, straightforwardly cool.
Yeah, see? Oh my gosh. I really messed this up. There's so many
and
cool
now they're
Hughs.
all mad at you.
Not Hugh Jackman.
Yep, him most of all. He kind of has the original Tindalson story style rage.
There's no clear way through.
In his portrayal of Wolverine.
David Sedaris' husband. His name's Hugh. I know that.
Let's use this when we're outnumbered.
Thanks, Diane.
Oh, what a perfect
no.
time. I'm feeling actually kind of outnumbered.
I thought you said get away. That would have been better. Get away. Get out of there.
Hi.
Oh, did you fall down? Okay, you can get up there. Okay.
Tactically.
The old corner grab. There's two types of games in the world, of course. The games where you can grab the corners and the games where you can't.
We can use that back at the shelter.
And the games where you can are better.
Yeah. I'm working on a theory. I think I mentioned it on the MinnMax show before that there's two video games, the ones where the globules come to you automatically and the ones where you have to go pick up the globules.
Right.
And that's it. Those are the only two types of video games.
What about one where they don't come to you, but then you get an upgrade that pulls them towards you? That kind of makes it so they are one where they come towards you, right?
Yeah, but you still got to get close to them. So those are still, you're going to track down the globules, I think.
Okay.
Because you still, because I'm talking about ones where it's like you don't even have to like see them. They're just there.
Right. There's also, you could distinguish between types of games where the globules go away or not. I'm loving that these have not gone away.
Oh yeah, they go away. Oh, has that one been hacked? Yeah, I guess it has.
Yeah, and I'm multi-hacked, so we should have a couple. Yeah.
I guess this is the play as you want thing, but I couldn't if there was a hacking screen there on the right, I had to do it. Does that make sense?
You couldn't just leave it there.
Yeah, the way you're playing, which is totally valid, is as long as they're open, you're shooting them and doing damage. You don't really need to hack them again. But I just it was just presenting me like a potato chip or something, where it's okay, I gotta eat that real quick,
Sure, yeah.
All right, here, look up before you go through that door, and look up to. This is Diana's, which is confusing.
Yeah.
And then that. Okay, so up. Okay, so up and to the right. Keep turning. The blue poster there. Yeah. Okay, that says Dead Hunter, which I think, because it has the word hunter in it, I think it's supposed to be like a Monster Hunter reference. I might be grasping at straws there.
I think Space Studios production Dead Hunter's got to be a Dead Space homage, right?
Yeah, I guess, but Capcom didn't make Dead Space though.
But surely they got to shout out the progenitor of a guy in a
guess that's
suit in
true.
space. The first ever do it.
The first ever do it. A lot of Hugh's unlocks are very Dead Space coded, which is, I don't know if that maybe it was intentional, but it just looks like it could be Dead Space
Pop them all at once.
stuff.
And you said there's zero gravity stuff in this too, right?
Yeah, there's a little bit. It's not as like Dead Space. It's like I don't know, primary is the wrong word, but it's like a very important element of the game. Where this is like there's levels where you jump higher, kind of. You know.
Oh sure.
They were all on Earth.
Yeah.
This is not for me.
This is confusing in that there are chests like this, but as you may have noticed, they requested different inputs from you to open them.
Right.
One was like the Y button, one was the left bumper, and I don't know why they did that. I don't know. I don't know, Leo, so don't ask me. Like, don't bring it up. I don't know why you have to but I kind of liked it.
You don't want to think about it.
It was like a QTE kind of. You know?
Yeah.
I get to press a different button now.
Makes you feel the littlest bit more engaged, I'm sure.
Yeah, like you
Especially with all the hacking and stuff, you're just like, you feel more like you're really interacting with this stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
Nope. I was left in sleep.
I'm for it. I'm pro.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
When I woke
Make
up,
it do different
the
buttons.
vault was all messed up.
Yeah, I like how dense the levels are. I like how there's like very
Nope. Nobody.
All alone, huh?
like I don't know. It's like the Resident Evil thing of like the Requiem in particular, where it's like they're small levels with paths through them, but I don't know. I like how dense they are, and like you feel like you're in different places pretty quickly, and the shapes are different of each of the rooms.
Yeah. Ooh! They got me with that one.
I know I told you it wasn't a horror game. I freaking lied to you.
Yeah, there's a freaking mannequin level 5 minutes in.
Condemned. That wasn't Capcom, was it? Who was that? Who made Condemned?
Monolith? Could that be right?
I feel like, yeah. Why is this so hard for me? Criminal Origins, Sega. Okay, I knew it was like, yeah, it was Monolith Productions. Good call, Leo. But I knew it was like some notable publisher. I just couldn't remember who. Did you missed the thing? I think that you unlocked with that hack, right?
Oh no, the chest. I got it.
You did get okay. I was researching Condemned Criminal Origins, the Xbox
Right.
360 launch game.
Ooh, got a banger toy
Sure is.
for Diana.
Let's take it back to the shelter.
She's gonna love that. No.
Oh, okay. Maybe a waste of an overdrive, but who am I to judge?
Right on. You're going.
I think I did get a couple mannequins mixed up with a couple robots. I think.
I mean, it's that question though with every video game that has that mechanic of like ability that has to charge over time.
You're clicking both thumbsticks every time, always.
Yeah.
That's always what it is.
It's like, yeah, okay. If you don't just use it, then you're not gaining more. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right? Like, so like it's like yeah, might as well just use it.
And there's such a grander theme in my life of waiting for the perfect time to use these things that it's almost like the psychological benefit of just using it and not overthinking it is worth wasting it.
That's I like that. Yeah. It's like
you.
saving all your health items at the end of an RPG. What were you doing, man?
Yeah. You want to live with that regret? Saving all your vacation days,
Okay, so we've decided that Dead Hunter is Dead Space, but there's at least a few other that are definitely Capcom games, like for sure.
Thank you, Mr. Replicator.
I think maybe there's one.
What's the magic begins?
I don't know.
What's spicy barbecue burger from?
Dead Rising, obviously. There's probably spicy barbecue burger in there.
Probably. Cosmo?
Diana's Donuts, which is just confusing. I guess a reference to the name that you made up. God, they're all Dead Hunter. There's more. Look on the other side, the left side of the bridge. Yeah, like look over down there. I think there was one.
Why?
Nope. Still headphones, of course, a reference to Mega Man because he kind of has headphones.
Good.
Because of course, you can wear headphones while you play that.
Yes, yeah, that too. You do have some upgrade stuff.
Yeah, I
if you
had
want
this.
them
I'm
to
gonna
get
head back for this.
Wow. Word for word.
Because I wrote what you said to my...
Another cliffhanger. Another cliffhanger bit of dialogue. Got a super upgrade thing now, even. But first things first.
yeah.
Enjoy your basketball.
See, I like these animations. I like her reaction animations. I always appreciate. And there's one where she looks confused that I always appreciate. Where she's always like, "What is this?
This one's
What did you
forward.
give me?"
Yeah, what's up?
Wouldn't it be fun if there
What
were
do you need?
replicator
You want some grilled cheese or something?
That's how you end up with more bridges than roads.
Yeah, I guess they're fun because they're special.
True.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you have coins. You can do bingo. Like you have a bingo. That's a bingo.
Wow. In that movie.
You know what? The would have been really messed up if you just used your one coin to not create a bingo.
Just to mess with you.
Just
That would have been awesome.
Look at this. See, now you have another Estus flask. Worth it.
Huge. I've been using those big time.
An impeccable choice.
I got
Thank
that just
you.
to make the bingo easier, but this is locked. So
Yeah,
I'll secure
well,
that
okay.
first.
You'll get there's like
Please enjoy your
like areas that are like you have to use a special like key to get past. So you've only got so many, so you gotta make sure you like do the right ones. Oh, I guess you didn't actually want to have better hacking. Pardon me.
I am actually scared that I can use that currency elsewhere, but I guess I can't.
No, yeah, that's only for. Yeah, this side of the screen uses the little star guy, you know.
Yeah.
But the cubes, like that's explicitly for those upgrades. So you're in no danger to save those, or rather you don't need to save those or anything.
Great. I want more slots across
Get
the board.
yourself a node. You deserve it. You've been working hard.
Thanks. Thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and spring for the third slot to really craft my build. Is it
See, now this
crazy?
is something I really like about this game is like you do. I mean, spoiler alert, Leo. That though you can upgrade those further. Like the attachment there, like that will let you, like after you make a little more progress, you can upgrade it more. But I like that they limit it because you do get that sense of like, oh, I maxed out that gun that I like. Cool. You know, like you get that little sense of satisfaction of like maxing something out early.
And you get it
which I
multiple
like.
times. You definitely should have gotten the one notch in the pistol earlier for how much I've been leaving guys with just a sliver.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Hacking. You're a hacking man with a hacking plan.
Thank you. It's good to feel seen. Don't trick me into going into that.
Right.
I never want to go into that.
There you go. And then there's also a button, yeah, use last loadout. I always appreciate that.
Oh,
You
yeah.
just press X to like take the thing you want with you. Open, that's a good one. I use that one a
I
lot.
was liking that one. I was liking what I was seeing there. Down to
What is that?
mobilize, I always like that. But I got room for all of them right now, don't I? Except for the health. one that I
Yeah,
don't
except
care
for that
about.
health. No
Okay,
one cares
close
about
range bonus. Close range bonus. Can I remember that? Finding more collectibles this go round. Keep my eyes peeled. And my scan button spammed.
It was like I don't know if you played Silent Hill 2 to the end, but like it has a stat screen at the end, which I think this does as well, where it's like, in Silent Hill 2 it's like you checked the map this many times And like when I would compare it to like other people's screens, that what you do is you take a screenshot of that and you post it on social media. That's sort of the legal requirement.
Yeah, and it's polite.
Of doing a screen like that. It's polite. And like my map checking stat was like 3 times as big as everybody else's because I like just can't. Like I just am. I take 2 steps and I'm like, am I going the right way? Like I can't not always check it. And I imagine that. I don't know if there was a stat, but if there was a stat for like how often did you press the scan button at the end of this game, I'm sure mine would like quadruple everybody else's because I was just like constantly tapping it. Because I was just like, what if there's something here and I don't see it?
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty good. Yes, you're swapping basically.
But I'm swapping 2 things at once.
Yeah, it's a little confusing. Okay, yeah. It doesn't just add to your total, which is kind of weird, but...
Yeah. Not mind that. Oh, huge climb. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. It's cool. You got the...
This big old piece of junk again.
Wrong one.
I don't know if there's a way to just start over.
Yeah, is there?
I don't think there is. Yeah.
Okay.
You're just stuck forever.
Yeah.
Get those vents on the back.
I was hoping I could pierce through to him. And I might have been able to. Ew.
You see what's happening there with your hack?
Yeah. It's antennas.
Whoa.
It's a good attack.
Okay, so I got rid of one of them now.
Oh, and it clears out that area. That's cool. Uneven.
Don't even think about it. Now, I know this is shocking you, Leo. It's like a large enemy that runs at you, and you have to get out of the way, and it hits a wall.
I am lost here.
How do I defend against this attack? I do have a screenshot I need to share at some point of the, jumping over circles. That might happen in this game. I'm okay with it. I think people use it a lot. That, running at the wall, jumping over circles, because it's kind of fun to dodge, and it's like, it's a familiar mechanic.
Sure.
You don't have any questions about what's happening. I like having questions sometimes, but sometimes I just want to be like, oh, I know what to do here. I've played a video game before.
Mm-hmm. You feel competent.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. Okay. Twisted, delightfully twisted. I will say it's definitely weird that your hacks don't add like ammo when your guns do. Your guns do stack onto what you're doing.
Oh, I see. Okay.
What you got going?
Yeah, the follow-up hacks, like if they're open and you hack again, it basically does damage and it resets the timer on them staying open, I think. But it's not going to do as much damage. It's just straight up shooting them. So.
I can see a beacon over there on that roof.
Epic beacon. Let's head this way. In the old hack.
Go. What do you think of the charge piercer? That gun where we have to like charge it up.
Be careful.
If I could really get in the habit of charging it up while I'm hacking, it could be awesome.
I just like, I don't know if it's like my playstyle in life or what, but like I just can never do it with that weapon in a game, right? Like I just like, because I just feel like the charge always, I just always charge it up and then shoot next to them. Like that's just like,
yeah,
like it's just like my play style or something, but it's just always is how I feel. Which I know that's kind of the like trick of that gun. That's what makes it exciting. It's kind of like if I hold it and I execute it at the right place at the right time, I get extra damage, but I never do. So like I always struggle with those weapons, even in here included. Like I know there was a Halo 2 or 3 I think had one. I remember I just like never use it. I just could never do it. I was bad at it.
Yeah. Yeah, certainly not preferable to a regular type sniper.
But I mean, for some people it is though, I'm sure, right? They'd rather sort of have the build-up and the sort of high damage explosion. Like you seem like you probably have the accuracy to pull that off 9 times out of 10. Where I have the accuracy to pull it out 1 times out of 10.
Well, thank you. I love a high risk, high reward weapon in general, for sure. I just struggle to think of a charged one that's really grabbed me.
Data. Oh, data shard. Okay.
Do you think if you had played Agents of Mayhem last year, it would have made your top 10?
No. What did I give Agents of Mayhem? A game that I played and beat. I was paid to do so.
Paid off?
I was kind of positive on it, honestly.
I liked it a lot.
I gave it an 8.
Yeah.
I had a decent time with it. It's kind of become a punching bag now. You know what? I'm gonna actually fix the review on the Game Informer's website because we have like in the transfer when we reopen like some of the pages like broke, but it's just a matter of like we just have to do them all individually. We can't just like do it all at once. So when I come across a broken review, I just update the page and it looks good. And so yeah, for everyone looking up my Agents of Mayhem review on GameInformer.com, now you can read it normally. You're welcome.
Well, you're welcome. Because I brought it up completely out of nowhere.
Yeah, why did you bring that up? I just read.
Honestly, this game doesn't. This game feels a little throwbacky, in a way. Some of the collecty nature of it, and not a bad way at all, and even a good way. But I think something like Agents of Mayhem, that third-person action thing, would almost be fresher now because we're getting less games like it. That was a crap-ass hack. Diana's sucking right now.
Diana, get it together!
Scream, Diana. We did it! There we go.
Oh, one of us did it. I don't know about we in there. Jeez, that was fast.
Drylo says, I liked Agents of Mayhem, it just should have had co-op. Yeah, it did feel like a game where you were going to be playing co-op.
Oh, it didn't? Oh, yeah, okay. Did not have co-op.
You, like, picked a 3-character team, but then you just swapped between them.
I remember the big thing that they were sort of highlighting at E3 when I went to a demo of that was they were like, yeah, you can, like, swap between the characters at any time. Which that's not so surprising in itself.
Sure.
But the thing that was weird was like you could swap between any of your 3 characters at any time, even in the middle of like a dialogue sequence, like with an NPC, and like the dialogue would even change. So like the idea was like you could like, yeah, well maybe not the middle of the sentence, but like you could, you know, like your character would ask a question and then the NPC would respond, and then you could switch to a different character and they would talk again, but it would be like a different potential line of dialogue. So in theory they wrote similar dialogue but with like character sort of I don't know, little character kind of inflections for every person in the game, for every conversation. And I was like, I remember at E3 kind of being like, wow, that's really impressive. But then in practice I was like, why would I switch between characters in the middle of a conversation? Like you know what I mean? Like there's no point in that.
It's just a flex.
Yeah,
they put that much work in.
But it was one of those things where I was like, wow, that's really impressive. And I think I even wrote about it in my preview, and then I later I was like, man, that's not really, I don't know why you would do that.
I beat this game and I didn't do that at all.
Yeah. I mean, it's an impressive amount of work, no doubt.
What was that?
Do you notice, Leo, that you can hack those missiles?
No. That's cool.
Yeah. It's fun.
Ouchie.
I also like that the missiles have a different hacking minigame, I guess you could say, right? Like it uses the alternate hack, which is like, it like sets it apart, and it's like, oh, this one's a little different, you know? Oh, you missed it. Oh, you're out of Estus flasks, too. They probably have a different name in the game. There's no way of knowing, unfortunately, but...
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Link playing out the hack and the charge. That's satisfying.
Yeah, that does work well. I know I'm complaining about the charge weapon, but the nice thing about it is like you can charge it while you're hacking, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that. Ooh, didn't dodge far enough.
You know,
my hubris of no health upgrades.
That's right. I think actually this is where I died for the first time as well. Was that sequence? Because it's there's a lot going on there. It's like 2 waves of big enemies.
Yeah. Oh, you die this much. You die this hard.
But you do
chance to use your upgrades.
You have 1 cube. I guess you could. There you go. You can do that, Hal.
Now I'm way better set up. I feel like the piercer enough to pay for it and bring it. Kind of. 100 is like nothing.
Yeah, like that's to just even have it as an option doesn't cost that much, which is nice of Capcom. You know, good on them.
The price for just filling out the your collection. A price I'll gladly pay.
Oh wait, you have a coin, I think. Like it doesn't. Yeah.
I honestly want to save it, I guess, unless I'm gonna get something that's useful like now. Let's find out.
Oh, actually, you need that to get to the red zone.
Our more popular items.
Okay, shopping district red zone in the mass production array.
Yeah, which is where you're at now. You're in the shopping district.
Thank you.
So like actually that was a good call because you need one of those, you know, to get into there to. It's like a challenging room, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Keeping the shotgun though, huh? After all that discussion.
Oh, except of course now I can make a loadout around it. I guess I could do it with this too, but I'm gonna do the long range and then I'll bring.
Oh yeah, I guess because the way you had it set up now is you had the shotgun in the short range, you know.
Right, but I hadn't found a shotgun in a while because they're teaching me about the sniper.
The problem, quote unquote, is that like you do end up. I see the red square there on the bottom right corner. You do end up with. Like your weapons and stuff, you kind of cycle through them a lot if you're, you know, as you're going through a level and the deeper you get into the game. So like, yeah, it's like you could make a loadout around the shotgun and you could bring the shotgun with you, but you're probably going to end up using a different weapon at some point because you're going to use all your shotgun ammo and you pick up something different because that's all that's available, you know?
Yeah.
Secure attacks were really something. Get too close and you get hit. Try to step back and you got lasers.
So nowhere to hide, huh? Piece of junk bot.
Bit of a run back here.
Look out for its targeting.
Oh, you're really doing a run back. Yeah.
Gamers all decided they're okay with runbacks, and I just want to say I never signed off on that.
I'm with you on that. I don't like them. Especially when I just want to focus on a boss, you know?
Yeah, like, they're kind of valueless for your boy.
This is okay, because this is more just like the punishment of dying, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you're technically doing a boss fight, and I don't need to defend it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But like, it's one thing to like try to get through a level and you don't make it, and then you have to start back over the level. But like, if I'm just trying to focus on a boss, yeah, like I don't. Yeah, the sort of From Software run back, the Hollow Knight run back thing. Yeah, I could totally do without that. I don't know if I gain anything from that really.
No. But I think if you're in the gaming hobby, you are kind of into self-flagellation in a way. But my problem is I always do way worse the second time I try anything because I have less patience for it.
It is crazy how the first try is always like your best run, you know? Could have used some health there, bud. There you go.
I got it. I got it.
Okay, so now if you if you pick that up, it will see, that replenishes the ammo. It's not like a swap in the sense of, which I guess technically it is kind of a swap because you're like swapping for the gun that has the full ammo on the ground. I suppose you could look at it that way. But was that a riot blaster right there that you just walked over?
It was the. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. There you go. Now you got max riot blaster ammo.
Yes.
You're doing it, man. Proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Look out for targeting them. Linking the enemy.
Oh, was that the wrong one?
Oh, there is another enemy nearby, I guess. I didn't see it.
We did it.
She said linking the enemy, so must have linked somewhere.
She was probably mocking me.
You fool. Why would you use this one now?
Linking the enemy. I guess you think that's a good idea right now.
Oh no! Careful. Listen to her.
This is precisely what I messed up last time.
Here it comes. Look out.
Oh, fool. So you weren't prepared for my hacking daughter. For my hacking daughter.
She knew someone with the last name Hecking. I wonder if she was into hacking. Oh, I keep mishearing him. I thought he said now it's my turn. I thought he said I know it's fun, which is like would be a weird thing to say in this situation. Look, I know hacking is fun. No one's questioning that, Diana.
And being a team, of course. Who doesn't love being a team?
Teen? Like a teenager?
A team. Hacking daughter, shooting dad.
That would have been a good alternate title for this game.
Honestly, the hacking daughter would pique my interest for sure.
So wait, are you hacking the daughter, or does the daughter do the hacking? Which is it?
See, and now you're on the message boards. You're engaged.
Suddenly I've pre-ordered.
Before you even know it, you've got every piece of DLC.
I almost said to my daughter the other day, I don't know why this sparked this memory in me, but I almost said, you got a stew going? You know, from Arrested Development?
Of course.
And it occurred to me that like she wouldn't know that reference. Because she was like, I want some cookies and cream ice cream. Do we have any? And I said, no, but we have vanilla ice cream and Oreos. And what you could do is you can manually crush up the Oreos and put them in there. And then I was going to say, and baby, you got a stew going.
Right.
But I had to stop myself
before
I embarrassed myself.
Pretend it's your catchphrase, honestly. That works.
Pretend I came.
I would like to acknowledge how funny it is that there's a huge shortcut right there that I absolutely could have gotten last time.
Well, you know, you got to figure these things out.
Before I talk my crap on runbacks.
Well, but there still is a runback, though, because you still have to climb this area, you know.
Right. But it's like more of a different experience when you've got that kind of a shortcut like that. You're playing it a little differently, which makes a big difference for me.
Has there ever been a video game, Leo, where there's a character in the game named Leo and other characters say Leo's name while you're playing?
Leon is about as close as I get.
Yeah. Because she was like, Hugh! And I was like, if my name was Hugh, would that like be weird? I don't think there's ever been a game where there was a Kyle who's like had dialogue where someone was like, Kyle! Maybe there is. I'd have to think about it.
Yeah, maybe there's a, Fallout 4 style.
Oh, Kyle is not in Fallout 4. Like if you enter the name. Yeah, right? I thought that was like, I thought Kyle was like a generally pretty common name. I was like shocked it wasn't in the database. Although Kylie was. Which was odd to me. Which is usually when I usually will opt to play as a female character given the choice, and I'll usually just name the character Kylie. And so that was in there for Fallout, but not Kyle. Just very strange to me. Yeah, Kyle Katarn.
Oh, of course.
It says Hex Hunter. But do characters say Kyle in that game? I don't know.
Kyle! Watch out for the Sith.
Ah, yes, that famous dialogue. Kyle, look out for the Sith. You know, you're a real Star Wars name person. Does that ever annoy you? Is that a problem? Or is it just everyone's reaction initially? They're like, oh, weird. And then they move on with their lives.
Weird. When somebody thinks they're the first person to ever make the connection, you know, they're like so caught off guard by it, they're just not thinking, and they're like, have to address it.
Yeah.
That's a little annoying, I guess, but honestly, who can blame them? And for the first time recently, did somebody say, just see it and say, I'm so sorry. Which was awesome. It was the best reaction I've ever gotten.
That's good. I'm sure. Do you remember? Did I comment on it? I probably commented on it the first time I met you. I'm bad about that, where I will like comment on the obvious things. I'm that person who like I get flustered. Like I don't want any silence in a conversation. You know, like I get anxious. And so if I meet a very tall person, it takes me zero time at all to be like, wow, you're very tall, you know, because I got to say something here. And then I'm immediately like, I didn't need to say that to them. This is not anything they're learning about themselves. So I'm guessing when I met you the first time, I probably was like, Vader, huh? You ever seen Star Wars? You're young?
Oh, I really was counting on getting that hit, and then that would kind of make me not to block, but now I just did that all for nothing.
Complained about runbacks, took your sweet time running back, and then immediately died. You were right, it is always better the first time. You have a gift to give her now, though. I think, don't you? Yeah.
What's that?
Oh, she's got to experience it herself.
The ball's rolling away. I think I put the ball away, but somehow it rolls off. So I pick it up to put it back, but end up playing with it again.
That's just what it wants. Sometimes toys and books just pull your strings like that.
Pull my strings? How?
Okay, extremely Bride of Chucky thing to say.
They don't like being left alone.
So I like this character who's only seen The Bride of Chucky and only played Samson.
Right.
Is this supposed to be when we first?
Look at this freaking painting.
No runbacks.
I drew it.
She drew you with like a marshmallow head. It's embarrassing, frankly.
You wrote your name too.
Wow. Look at that! Look at the iron pineapple or whatever.
Did you give her her gift? Oh, there you go. Let's see. See, I want her to have the quizzical. I want her to have the confused reaction. That's the more fun one. Where she's like, huh? No, she's still excited.
She's wrapping her head right around it.
Oh, yeah, you get a coin every time you give her a gift, which is nice.
What I need to do is what I should have done a long time ago. Go and unlock that final bingo line.
Well, it's been 2 hours now, Leo, hasn't it? I'll wrap it up soon, huh?
It sure has. Do you need to go? Or do you want to get closure on this for everyone?
I got like 5 more minutes. Let's see if you can do it. If you gotta find it. Oh, it's right there. That's good. Wait, is this the right one, though?
I think that's their weak point.
Yeah, this is it, I think.
Into the head. Got it.
This will at least be climactic and thrilling. And I'll beat it.
Yeah. And I'll beat it. I actually think this might be more doable than the section where you keep dying, truly. Because that is like kind of a skill check section of the game right there.
Yeah, I definitely don't mind, you know, a level gate like that or whatever, where it's valuable to go back and grind a little bit. It'll be fun and satisfying. Y'all got linked. Y'all got linked like a damn banner of the spark. Let me line you
I
up.
think they're gonna go for a Zelda. Man, I do like that riot blaster.
I guess that's kind of an esoteric connection, though. I think most people would think linked banner of the spark.
You're right.
Excuse me.
Jump you?
Here it comes! Look out!
Whoa, cool. Get back up animation.
For Hugh or for
the robot I knocked over? It did kind of a Jackie Chan hands off the floor flip.
That like stuns them all, right? Yeah, that's good. Good use. See, that's how you don't waste it.
Oh yeah.
I know we had the discussion about why you use it for your mental health, but I'm still gonna make fun of you for wasting it.
Of course. I would expect nothing different. Coming at ya.
I was wondering, I thought you had the pistol. I was like, what's he waiting for? What's he doing? That was amazing, Hugh.
Thank you, Diana and Kyle.
Oh, Lunum.
Pure Lunum, baby. No filler.
All right, now you can go use your coin. Get bingo again, I think.
Gimme bingo. Gimme bingo.
That's a bingo.
Thanks everybody for watching this Max Settings on Pragmata in theaters on last Friday. I like it so far. It's fun. It feels good.
That's you sound like you're being polite.
This might be the last I ever play of it, but I've got no beef with it.
It's a real Samson situation.
Yeah,
Because I
think
claimed I was going to play more of it.
that's just one of another way this game is evoking Samson, a Tindleston story. So I think there's a lot here for fans of that one.
For fans of Samson.
Thanks for watching, y'all. We got a lot more Max Settings if you want just some frickin' unbridled gameplay with MinnMax crew playing graphics that look good. Thanks for joining, Kyle.
Fast moves. Huh, you got to go get bingo before I go, though, right? Come on.
You're right.
That's where we got to conclude it.
You're right.
Boom. Look at that.
Okay, and now, of course, I put it here for the double bing. Yes.
There you go. See, now you can look like, now you look like Isaac Clarke. Doesn't that, like, have Dead Space sort of vibes to it?
They're obsessed.
We get it. You guys are mad that it was a Resident Evil 4 in space before you did it.
Yeah, get over it.
Cool. Thank you for getting bingo, Leo. That would have really hurt my feelings if you hadn't done that.
Yeah, you feeling better now, bud?
I do. It's like I've used the charge up ability early, you know? Just got it out of my system.
Yes, 100%. Keep it locked to MinnMax. We got the Valencia, Spain travelogue going up soon. That'll be fun. And I've got a trip this week that I'm going to be talking about on the podcast next week. So stay tuned for that if you like things that I'm hyped about, generally speaking. Bye-bye.